And we're back with another box of fish to unbox. This is Matt from the Big River, and we are ready to rock and roll. New year, lots of new fish. Let's take a look. First thing out of the box is a whole bunch of albino Ania cories. We were out last week, and can't have that. We can't be out of any kind of cory, so we got more. Speaking of more, there's the regular green Anias. We just about ran out of those too, so we restocked those also. And more cories. These are the Peru arcuatus, or the Corydoras grantei, or if you prefer, the skunk cories that come from Peru. Last out of this box is more cories, a whole box of cories. Love it. These are the Peru leopard cories. Apparently we're getting most of our cories out of Peru these days, unless they're tank raised like the Anias. So that's that box. And actually that's a misrepresentation. We get cories from a lot of places. That whole batch, those two types of wild ones, were out of Peru. Used to get the regular arcuatus and the leopards out of Colombia or Brazil, I'm not sure. Brazil cories are hard to get, but we just keep getting more cool stuff. Next up we have an elephant nose, restock on that guy. They were really unavailable for a really long time, but we've been able to get those. Remember, mormerids like that get really big, either one by itself or in a big school in a huge tank. Pygmy cories, because we need more cories. Pygmy cories are great for those nano tanks. They only get to about an inch. Another catfish, but not a cory. This is a dwarf petricoli, or a Synodontis lusipinus. Get to about 2.5 to 3 inches, and actually I've done those in all kind of tanks, even small nano tanks. Red platies, got a bunch of them in. These are the Xenophorius maculatus, or red platy. Now that's a guy you don't see every day. Another type of benthos, or bottom fish. This is a chameleon whiptail. Came in a little more expensive than we've had them in the past, but super glad to have them. Very, very cool fish. Romanos tetra, fresh for the tetra special. We get 4 more, and we'll give you 25% off on those if you subscribe to the channel. More cories, because we've got to have more cories. We got laser orange cories, the CW10, if you like the CW numbers on those. Orange lasers and gold lasers are the same fish, but we get them under different names. Usually when we get them under the orange name, they're bigger and more impressive. Cardinal tetras came in tiny. These are wild out of Colombia this time around. Wow, they are really tiny, but they're cardinal tetra. Gotta love them. Remember, well, of course that's a tetra for the tetra special, but your cardinal tetras, your neon tetras, your green neons all kind of look like the same fish. There's 3 different species. A little different striping on each of them if you look very close, but all that blue and red pattern that we all love. Alrighty, let's take a look at another box of fish. Unboxing fish is what we do. We have 3 orders of fish coming this week, including some saltwater fish, so it'd be a great week for fish. Speaking of great fish, these are tricolor orandas. Nice, nice shape on these. Good fat little bodies, not particularly huge, but really a nice looking fish. I'm happy with that. Let's see, gold nugget pleco, an L18. I think we got an L177 in here too. Maybe. It's in here somewhere, I swear. Let's see, scarlet batis. Restock on those guys. We'd run out. Scarlet batis are those nano fish that they're a little ambush predator, but cute little bugger in bright colors. Assassin snails, those little ninjas will eat your trumpet snails better than just about anything. Let's see, red neon rainbows, or Pseudomogil luminatus, Pseudomogil or Pseudomogil. I don't know how you want to pronounce that Latin, but either way, they're very cool nano fish. Red and white orandas, nice confirmation on those as well. Good looking fish. Love it when we get nice looking goldfish. It's not as easy as you might think. Oh, that guy didn't make it. Too bad. That's that 177. They just don't ship quite as well as the 18s, but when they do, they're a little brighter fins. Pygmy spotted rasbora, or 3-spot rasbora, they'll call them also. Bororos maculatus, your quintessential nano fish. No chili rasboras this week. They've not been available for the last month or so. Stiphodon atropurpurus, or blue neon goby. Restock those guys. Might have 1 or 2 of those over there still. I have not been stocking that many gobies because we kind of lost track of them really, but they're one of my favorite groups of bottom fish, along with the cories and plecos. Silver arowana is a baby monster in the making. I don't know if you can see him in the bag there. Nice started baby silver arowana. Another specialty fish. This is an African butterfly fish. Those guys will sit right at the top of the tank and jump out if you do not keep the tie up on. So make sure if you have those, you have a good top. Exclamation rasbora, another Boraris. This is a Eurothelmoides, or look like they got an exclamation on their side. So a couple different types of Boraris this week. Another dwarf rainbow. This is the Melanotania versus a Pseudomogul. A bigger fish, 2.5 inches. Neon dwarf rainbow is very, very gorgeous fish. Bright blue with red fins, yellowish on the females, and one of my absolute favorite Melanotanias, actually, when we can get them in good shape. They've been kind of hard to get good quality ones, but those guys have nice, beautiful bodies. Hopefully they'll hold up and do well for us. All right. Another box. We're halfway through, guys, if you're keeping track. Fire eels, baby fire eels. Remember, these guys can be all of 40 inches, and I've had them as big as 40 inches. I mean, they get big, but they're the coolest big fish I could think of. Platies, got a couple restocks on platies this week. Those are platies, oh my gosh. Guppies, we already said the platies. These are guppies. A few live bears, platies and guppies. Those are black flamingo guppies. Can't see them. That's because they're crystal pie tetras. Also on the tetra special. A little more spendy than your cardinals, but so clear you can hardly even tell there's a fish in there. But there is. There's a crystal pie tetra in there. Here's some more of those not platies. Guppies. Looks like they're not. Some of those guys didn't make the trip very well, but that'll be a restock on more of those guppies. Red-tail shark. We don't stock a large quantity of these guys. A lot of people want to buy them in groups, and they're not a really good schooling fish. They tend to beat on each other. Better off actually on solo on those guys. Borelius bakeri, the royal hill trout, or blue dotty, or gosh, they got a bunch of different names. Very, very interesting, cool schooling fish. They get about that big. We got 2 types on this order this week. Those are the bakeris. Restocked on those. Here is another one we haven't had in a couple weeks. This is the Farluella, or the twig catfish. One of my favorite. How many favorites do I have? A lot of favorites, admittedly, but that is a really cool catfish. Cooler than catfish. Odessa barbs, haven't stocked those in a while. I think we got one of them over there. Odessa barbs have that bright yellow on the top fin. Really a pretty barb, and a little more mellow than your tiger barbs, so they're a good choice if you want to pick a barb. South American puffer. Came in small this time around, but nice fat bodies. Hopefully those will hold up well for us. Nice freshwater puffer. They call them Peruvian puffers. So if you're wondering whether or not they're fresh or brackish, they are so far away from brackish water that they're found in the Peruvian part of the Amazon. And look at your globe and realize that that is hundreds of miles from brackish water. So that they are definitely a freshwater fish. All right. We're rocking and rolling now. We've got another big box of fish here. What's in the box? We have glow light tetras. Restock on those guys. Look like silver tetras right now, but they'll have that nice pink color to them as they color up. Kind of an underappreciated tetra in that group with the neons. They're a nice bright colored fish if you get them in the right background. Zebra autocinculus. Restock on those guys. A cool little auto type. Royal blue dwarf gourami restocked. We got some of those last week, sold a bunch of them, so we bought some more. These are the powder blue dwarf gourami, but these are the females. Occasionally we'll get the females of those in as well, and we did this week, so there you go. Let's see, banjo cats. Restock on those guys. Banjo cats are notoriously act like a little piece of wood. I've mistaken them for that. Grab them and then suddenly the wood swims away. So very fun little catfish. Zebra Daniel, gotta have them. Restock, nice size on these too. Great for your barb and Daniel tanks. Fast moving little dither fish even. Neon Tetra restock for the Tetra Special. Buy 4 more, get 25% off. Got a whole big bag of those guys again every week. Here's something we haven't had in a little while. These are the honey dwarf gouramis. The regular wild coloration on these guys, it's trigogaster tuna. Same as the sunset honey dwarfs, and we got the flame ones over there too, just a little different color variety. Another bag of goldfish. These are red and white pearl scale goldfish. Come in a little smaller than the other guys, but those pearl scales, they kind of look like they're bloated, but that's how they're supposed to be. Believe it or not, that is on purpose. And kind of a cool little fish. Usually those pearl scales are a little more expensive, and true enough, they came in about 25% more than the Randus. But if you're looking for them, look no further. We have pearl scales. We got some Randas in this week. I think we got a couple of ranchers in the box too, so we'll see. And then on the next order, we'll have a couple bigger goldfish too. So we did a pretty good restock on our cold water section this week. Next up is a Pinocchio catfish. Actually, 3 of them. I've never seen them this small. Usually I see them about 6-8 inches. These guys are tiny, cute little guys. Pinocchio catfish has a long nose, so that's the name, Pinocchio. Here's some glass cats. Gotta love a glass cat. We ran out of those last week as well. So a lot of fish last week. Here's another type of platy, not guppy. These are red tuxedo platies. Nice color on those too, fantastic. Bright red, not just orange, I like that. Been selling green tiger barbs like they're going out of style, and this was no exception this week. We sold out once again, so we got more. Nice size on those as well. Now here's those other Borrelius I told you I'd have. These are the Borrelius ardens, which is the orange fin hill trout. Came in about 1/4 the size of the Baker eyes, but they get a little bigger. They're about this big, full size. Beautiful fish. Fast moving, good eaters, very cool fish. Coolie loaches, we got to restock on those because we run out, or almost run out. Anyway, very fun little loach that will do a community very well. Do a little group of them, they'll be happy. Reticulated hillstream loach, because I've got one kind of loach, you ought to have another. Reticulators are probably our best-selling hillstream loaches, though we usually have 3 to 5 different species over there, sometimes even more. Lots of different types out there. Nice little stripy patterns on those guys. Caminado, gotta have them for your planted tank. They are the best thing for that brown algae or the diatoms. That's the first thing that hits them. And last bag out of here is assorted small fancy angels. Apparently I did not get those ranchus that I thought I got, so I lied about that. But we have more fish coming right up. And here we go. We've got a nice bit of saltwater and a little bit of freshwater, some feeders. Let's see what the box holds today. Right up on top we have, ooh, that is a cleaner wrasse. Cleaner wrasses are really handy to have around if you have enough bio for them to eat. They're going to eat a lot of the slime off the side of the fish, so it's hard to keep them alive without a lot of fish. Here is a magenta dotty back, or strawberry dotty back, or purple pseudochromis if you prefer. Lots of names, very cool. There's another one of those cleaner wrasses, got a pair of them. We'll stick one of those in each of our big display tanks. Here's a big bag. What's in there? That is a tang. What kind of tang are you? Is that a Tammany? No, that is not a Tammany tang. Look close. I think that's got spots all over it. That is a gem tang. I did it. I went ahead and bought a gem tang. I've been flirting with buying a gem tang. This week was that week. I bought a gem tang. Let's see who's in here. That is an Imperator Angel, baby. Nice size. I like that size. Last one we got in was about half that size, but that guy, he's got a good size to him, but he's not a changeling yet. Who's in here? Mandarin Goby, another giant Mandarin Goby for you. That's the green Mandarin. It's a little shrimp. That is a pistol shrimp, a little tiger pistol shrimp. Half the size of the one we got last time, but a very cute little dude. Kind of fun natural history on those guys. Who's in here? I thought the other one was a gem tang. That was not a gem tang. That was a type of bristletooth. This is the gem tang. Lots more spots. Looks like he's got some white patches. I hope he's not too beat up. Looks like he might have a little bit of bag marks. We'll have to make sure he's in good shape. But very excited to have that guy. On the other end of the scale, we have some cute little damsels. One of them didn't make the trip. These are 3-striped damsels. Got 4 stripes last week, sold them right out. So we got in some more this week, but these are the 3-stripe, more standard little 3-striped damsels. Very cool that. Here's something you don't see every day. That's a coral catfish. Coral catfish like to be in a big group when they're babies, so we got 3 of them in. As they get older, they get more solitary. They do have a toxic spine, so you want to be careful when sifting the sand with those guys. Here are some shrimp. These are the peppermint shrimp. Should have a half a dozen in there. Yep, sure enough, some of them are smaller. And here's that mini tang I was looking for. Not sure which kind that other one is, whether it was a blue eye. I'd have to look at my invoice to remember which tang I was expecting. We get in so many tangs. That's first box. Got 4 more to go. Big orders this week for saltwater. And why not? We were really busy on saltwater last week, so we needed to do a good restock. Though I still got a lot of fun surprises over there. And more to come. Alright, second box. More fun stuff. What is in the box? Let's see. Sent me a bunch of extra snails. No, these aren't snails. These are hermit crabs, I bet. Yeah, these are little red-legged hermit crabs. Yeah, there's a itty-bitty horseshoe crab. I got doubled up on that because I think I got them from both suppliers. Let's see. It's another one of those coral cats. And, show it to you. Sorry. And a couple more emerald crabs. Gotta have emerald crabs. Usually I order a big bunch of them, but just got 3 of them this week. Here's a coral beauty, much better shape than the last week's coral beauty, so hopefully that one will take. Beautiful fish. This is a sailfin tang, but this is the Desjardini, I'm pretty sure. I have to double check, make sure I'm not mistaken, but those spots, that looks like a Desjardini sailfin. We got in both types, Desjardini and a standard sailfin. This is a sebe anemone. Big fat one, can you see it at all? And a sebe anemone, so you go for all those sebe clowns you need. Here's a camel shrimp. I ordered 6 and got 1 again this week. I'm not sure why we keep getting switched to 1 instead of 6. Maybe I should try a different number. Try 12, I don't know. But got a couple camel shrimp anyway. Here's some more snails. These are just the margarita snails. Nice cleanup crew for you. Here's another tang. Looks like he did not make the trip. That's too bad. That's a sailfin, but he is definitely not with us. Bicolor angel, nice size on that guy. Haven't got one for a while. These guys can be a little bit of a challenge to get started, but one of my favorite fish, so we gave him a shot. That's that 3rd coral catfish I promised you. This guy is a yellow angel, not a lemon peel. Lemon peels have a little bit of blue around the eye and a little blue striping on them, but that is a lemon angel, very pretty. A couple more snails. Not sure what kind of snails those are. Looks like those snorkely substrate snails. Yeah, they get in there and spin your substrate. Nasuro, I believe, or probably pronouncing that wrong. Who's in here? Nobody home. Gotta be somebody in there. Here he comes. Here is. It's a rabbit fish or a foxface. This is the magnificent foxface. We tried one last week, came in pretty rough, did not make the night, so we tried it again. Those are gorgeous, gorgeous fish, so hopefully that guy takes for us, and we're pretty excited to be able to offer that guy again. So that is that order of saltwater. The next box has got more saltwater, a few feeders and some freshwater too. Let's get right into those. First thing out of the box is right off the top, it's an eel. This is not a freshwater fish. This is a saltwater fish, but they collect them oftentimes in brackish water. So we actually brought this in as a brackish water fish, and we have a brackish tank going over there that's cycled through and doing well now. We've got a few monos in there and a couple of the flounders, and now we've got a moray eel for our brackish tank. Pretty excited. Speaking of brackish, this is a spotted puffer. I have a heck of a time with spotted puffers, not transitioning very well, so we're going to try that in his own tank. So that is a spotted puffer, also brackish water. Here's a little frag. I ordered a couple of frags. They were, I think, some zinnias and star polyps. That might be the star polyps. Yeah, it looks like an itty bitty frag of star polyps. They're pretty cheap, so you don't need much to get those guys going, and they grow pretty fast. That is a pom-pom crab. Ordered a pair of those guys. They're so cute. Just had to have them. Pom-pom crab. You see them in there? I can see them from where I'm at. There it is. Let's see. This is not a saltwater fish. This is a giant gourami. These are the Osphernimosis. They get 3 feet. Huge. There's a really funny video that was really popular a couple years ago. One doing this weird shutter thing. They have a lot of personality, but they're absolutely huge fish. And back to saltwater, we have a long-nosed hawkfish, one of my favorite hawks. Of course, I like all the hawks. Another tang, because, you know, he who has the most tangs. This is a Scopa's tang, another zebra soma. So I got the sailfin, the zebra. Now that apparently says, they said, oh, by the way, you want one of these. And he looks great. This is a figure 8 puffer. Guess that's making up for one we missed a while back. And that's that little box. Sometimes they throw me a Mickey. I'm like, wait a second, I wasn't expecting that. That's one figure 8 and one spotted for our brackish puffers. So they say that the figure 8 puffers aren't really a brackish fish. Let's see, can I get this big box of stuff unpacked? Alright, what's first out of this box? We got angelfish. One of them didn't make the trip, but these are those red koi devils, or red devil koi angelfish. Haven't had the bigger ones in. I got some little ones in a while ago, just sold the last of them, so I tried another one. On the other hand, here's more saltwater. Apparently they're going to split the shipment. That is obviously Dory. That's a blue tang. Beautiful, nice size too. A little bigger than we've been getting on those. Back to freshwater, we're going back and forth. These are curviceps cichlids, or Aquidians curviceps, little cute little dwarf cichlid. These guys are dojo loaches, cold water freshwater fish. So they're all over the board here, all kind of different things in this bag. It looks like some feeder guppies, gotta have them to feed some of those more sensitive feeders. Here's another coral. Gosh, can I tell what the heck I got? What the heck was that? I don't know. Check with me later, because that's not what I'm not remembering that. So we'll have to check the invoice and see what they sent us. Here's another pom-pom crab. I knew I had 2 of them. This one's about half the size of the other one. Very cute. I like a little pom-pom crab. Here are bumblebee gobies. Kind of hard to find. Bumblebee gobies, depending on the type, some of them are collected in brackish water, some are in freshwater. These ones were listed as freshwater bumblebee gobies. Flame dwarf gouramis have been really hard to come by lately, so I picked these guys up. I think we paid a little bit too much for them, but you know, sometimes we do that because we want to get everything. Here is some ranchus. Nice size on these guys. These are red and white ranchus. Fantastic size on those guys. Another coral. Again, I think those are star polyps is what I got going there, but I'll have to get a list out on what it was we got in coral. Just a couple of frags there. They were inexpensive, fun little frags. Pictus cats have been a little hard to come by too. Got those guys on this order as well. Very fun catfish. Remember, they get pretty big, a little bit ornery. On the other side, here are Thai micro crabs. These are pretty big Thai micro crabs, believe it or not. I've had them a quarter that size. We still got a couple of them over there, but I've been able to get them recently, so I've been just stocking them because they're kind of cool. Tiny little crabs, freshwater crabs. These are Gararufa, or doctor fish. So if you want to set up your own little wading pool and put your doctor fish in there, there you go. Just don't expect to get a medical license for it there. I guess don't do that. Gold sailfin mollies. Restock on those guys. Decent size too. Some of those got some pretty good sales already. Those are about moderate size sailfin mollies, but nice looking fish. Here's that whole box, of mixed bag, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's what I kind of expected from this order. I'll do this one from the ground rather than risk dropping the whole box again. And nobody noticed anything, right? Oh, this is an easy box anyway. Mostly feeders in here. We got some, if I can get a hold of it, feeder comets. Gotta have them. We got some crayfish. Nice, large. One of them got eaten on the way in. Inexpensive crayfish. Blackworms. Blackworms are in. Gotta love it when we can get them. They are only available from one of my sources, and so we don't get them that as often as I'd like, but we do have blackworms. And then, in addition, I have another live food. These are the tiger pods, live copepods for your saltwater sump or tank, or to feed your mandarin gobies with. And I think that's everything. Yeah, that's the whole order this week, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.